They grow up so fast.
Hey guys, welcome back. It is August 15th, and hopefully by the time you guys see this, it's still going to be August 15th. Why is today such a significant day for me? Well, on this day 3 years ago, I got my first car. My little baby Honda Civic. Yeah, man! His name is Theodore, but I call him Storm. In my head, Storm is short for Theodore. So, a little backstory. So, I went to undergrad way up north, 20 minutes from Canada. I'm talking walking distance. And commuting back and forth for vacations and holidays proved to be quite a challenging experience. My only options were to either take an all-day train ride with Amtrak or hope and pray and hop for a Greyhound bus. And those buses were never on time. They either came super early or really, really late, to the point where I would show up the next day. So yes, commuting back and forth was a hassle. But wait, Eunice, why didn't you just ask a friend for a ride? See, that's a logical question. However, my dad was a strong opponent of getting into my friends' cars. Regardless if he knew them or not. It was just no. No, that's it. End of discussion. So what did I have to do? I had to find a way. So there was this one time during winter break where I was tired of cramming into the bus and sick and tired of Amtrak. So I bummed a ride from a friend. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I bummed a ride from a friend. We went to the same high school together, and she just so happened to live in my part of town. So I was like, this makes sense. Why not? We agree. She picks me up in my dorm. All is set. You know, I can bring a little bit more things than I normally would, than just my one cute weekender duffel for winter break. So it was during this one particular trip back home where she's driving. Also, shout outs to her, because Shorty drove stick shift, and she was the only baddie I knew that drove stick shift. She still is, actually. So yeah, Eileen, shout outs to you, girl. Anyhow. So we're almost towards the end of our 5-hour car ride, and she's driving, I'm riding shotgun, and we have another friend in the back, and we are nearing the first pit stop to drop our friend off. And I'm looking in the side view mirror, and I'm just like, whoa, that car that's approaching, that's gunning it down this highway, looks awfully similar to my dad's special edition car. So that was my first thought. My second thought was, man, I guess they made a lot more models than I had ever seen. So I'm watching this car get closer and closer, and at one point I see my father's head. I see this man's head in the side view mirror, and my heart just stopped. And then, my eye skimmed over to who was driving, which happened to be my mom. I realized that it's them. So my mom's driving and my dad's riding shotgun. Out of all the cars in my county, we just had to be in the same place at the same time. And thank God they were the only two people in the car, because had my younger sibling been there with her hawk-like eyes, I would have been done for right there on that highway. Right there. My mom was closing in on us.
This was literally me.
As she passed, I was shooketh. Because I had no explanation for that had I been caught. Eileen's looking at me like, girl, are you okay? You were fine for 4 hours. What's going on? We're almost at your house. Are you okay? It'll be okay. At the time, I was just like, no, girl, I'm fine. I thought I saw some bug or something like that. It's okay. I'm good. Carry on. I mean, I told her later, months later, what had happened. But so that was one of my many travel stories or hassles getting from campus back to New York City. By junior year, I had had enough. I am on my Eunice Needs a Car world tour. Like, I was adamant about this. I was like, I was not going to do another year of this turmoil trying to get from campus back to New York City. It is not an easy trip to make and plan and execute. It was to the point where I made an Excel sheet and I put together this cute little budget, and I was like, hey, parents, I have a summer job. I've had a summer job since before undergrad, and I need a car. The time has come and I need a car. So please look at this budget and help me get a car. Yeah, man. So the entire summer I kept asking for a car, to the point where my dad just flat out stopped speaking to me. The last discussion we had about this car, I was set on a 2004 Honda Accord. Now, if you don't know me, your girl loves Hondas. Like, they last a lifetime. And they're just cute. I just like Hondas. Personal preference. He was like, if you get a 2004 Accord, don't call me when it leaves you on the side of the road. And I was just like, sheesh. Not even like a safe travels or call me when you get there. Just don't call me when it breaks down. Not even if, when it breaks down. I was like, wow, that's harsh. So I was like, all right, you may have a point. What about a 2007? Because they look the same, plus or minus some modifications, but overall they look the same. And then he just stopped talking to me. He got up and walked away, and he stopped talking to me for the rest of the summer. Now, fast forward 5 days before the start of my junior year. At this point, I didn't buy a ticket for the bus, nor for the train. Was it irresponsible? Absolutely. Worst case scenario, I was gonna bum another ride and pack the bare minimum. So I'm at work and my dad calls me and he's like, I put a down payment on your car. When you come home, I'm gonna need your half of the budget. And I'm on the line like, wait, who is this on my phone? That's like, am I being punked? And I didn't realize that I said what I was thinking out loud, which was this. And he just hangs up the phone. So, yeah, I was met with the dial tone. And when I got home, he took me to the dealership. And I walk in and I see like this beautiful 2015 Honda Civic. And at that point, I could not keep all 32 teeth in my mouth. Like, your girl was expecting her first car to be a used car. I wasn't expecting anything extravagant. My only requirements was that it had a minimum of 2 doors and a steering wheel, and that all 4 tires have air in it. And, you know, gasoline, because you can't move a car without gasoline. That's it! But she got 4 doors! She got a 4-door 2015. Mind you, this was 3 years ago, so the car was brand spanking new. And my levels of excitement were all too real. The day for pickup gets here. Your girl is ever so excited. I'm dressed and ready to go. Pickup is at 11. I was ready at 6 a.m. I was like, let's go! Mind you, this car was not only brand new, but it was like 5 days until I had to be back on campus. So I had 5 days to learn how to drive this car for a 5-hour road trip, practically. I got the car, and the first thing I do is go to the car wash. Mind you, the car's not dirty. It's been sitting indoors for I don't know how long. But I'm just like, you're gonna be my first car. It's brand new. You're gonna be super hella clean. How about that? Yeah, man. So, yeah. And we parked it underneath a shady tree because, you know, it's August and it's hot as all get out. It's like the devil is licking your scalp every second you're outside. So we parked in. I had my dad take this photo right here, which if you follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen. I hit up girl Eileen and I'm like, hey, I just got a brand new car. And she's like, when did you get it? And I'm like, today. And, you know, she's excited. We're both excited. We're like, ah! And I'm like, yes, okay, so I'm gonna follow you up to campus. I don't want to be out here on these streets alone with this car. God forbid something were to happen. I know I'm not gonna get left on the side of the road. It's a brand spanking new car, but I would feel comfortable with some adult supervision that wasn't just my own. Fast forward again 3 years later, and 20-something thousand miles, here we are, celebrating. Well, I'm celebrating and sharing my baby's 3rd year out on the streets. But yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to share and celebrate Storm's 3rd year out here on these streets.
They grow up so fast.
That's it, and thank you for joining me yet again. And I will see you in the next video.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh wait, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope you decide to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. And until then, later guys.